Rising over 14,000 feet above sea level in Northern California stands Mount Shasta. To many, it's nothing more than a dormant volcano, but to others, it is the most mysterious mountain in the world. Legends of hidden cities, UFOs, strange disappearances, and powerful spiritual energy swirl around its snowy peak. Tonight, we dive deep into the myths, mysteries, and unexplained phenomena of Mount Shasta, the mountain that refuses to give up its secrets. Long before modern explorers, settlers, or tourists ever laid eyes on Mount Shasta, it was already revered as sacred ground. For the Native American tribes of Northern California, the Wintu, the Karuk, the Modoc, the Shasta, and others, this mountain was not simply a natural landmark, it was a spiritual center, a gateway between worlds, and the dwelling place of powerful beings. According to the Wintu, the creator, Skel, descended from the heavens and made his home at the summit of Shasta. From here, he watched over the land and the people. Skel was said to battle Lao, the spirit of the underworld, whose fiery domains stretched beneath the earth. Their clashes, legend says, caused thunder, lightning, and volcanic eruptions. The Karuk believed Shasta was the birthplace of the salmon, the sacred fish that sustained life. The Modoc spoke of a spirit chief who emerged from the mountain and taught people how to live. For each tribe, the snowy peak represented purity, power, and divine order. Streams flowing from its glaciers were believed to be healing waters. Even today, travelers come to drink from the headwaters at Mount Shasta City Park, where the Sacramento River begins, hoping, perhaps, to sip a little of that ancient blessing. Young warriors seeking guidance would climb its slopes, fasting and praying, hoping to receive dreams or messages from the spirit world. Elders told stories of luminous beings who appeared on the mountain, offering wisdom or warnings. For these native communities, this was never just myth. The mountain was alive, conscious, sacred, and worthy of respect. To set foot on its holy ground without humility was to risk angering the spirits. Even now, tribal elders continue to hold rituals on Shasta. They burn sage, sing prayers, and remind us that long before it became a tourist attraction or a New Age seeker, Shasta was and still is holy ground. As settlers and travelers arrived in the 19th and 20th centuries, new legends began to attach themselves to the mountain. One of the most famous is the tale of Lemuria, a lost civilization said to have flourished thousands of years ago, destroyed by a great cataclysm. According to mystics, the surviving Lemurians escaped into vast underground cities beneath Mount Shasta. There, in hidden chambers lit with crystals, they continued to live in peace, waiting for the day they will return to guide humanity. New Age seekers believe Shasta is a portal to higher dimensions, a place where spiritual energy is amplified. Many report seeing glowing orbs of light floating over the peaks, or experiencing sudden surges of inspiration, visions, or out-of-body journeys. Meditation retreats and crystal healing centers dot the surrounding towns, each promising connection to the mountain's mysterious vibrations. Some say Shasta is home to the ascended masters, enlightened beings who once walked the earth and now exist in higher planes of consciousness. For them, the mountain is not only sacred, it is a beacon, calling humanity to awaken. The mystery deepens when we turn to modern encounters. For decades, hikers, locals, and travelers have reported UFO sightings above Mount Shasta. Strange glowing discs, fast-moving lights, and silent craft hovering over the slopes have been photographed and filmed. In some cases, entire groups of people reported seeing the same object at the same time. One of the most chilling stories comes from the 1930s, when several residents claimed to have met tall, robed beings near the mountain, beings who spoke of peace, wisdom, and a forgotten civilization. Were these hallucinations, elaborate hoaxes, or something else? Disappearances add to the enigma. Hikers have gone missing on Shasta under puzzling circumstances, sometimes reappearing days later with no memory of where they had been. In 2011, a boy disappeared near the mountain for 5 hours, only to be found unharmed. Later, he told his grandmother he had been taken underground by a woman who looked like her but was not her. Stories like these feed the belief that portals, hidden caves, or forces unknown are at work here. For every tale of UFOs, hidden civilizations, and strange disappearances, there are those who search for grounded explanations. Scientists remind us that Mount Shasta is not only a spiritual landmark, it is a living volcano, part of the Cascade Range. Standing over 14,000 feet tall, it has erupted at least once every 600 to 800 years, with the last major eruption occurring about 200 years ago. Geologists explain that strange rumblings in the ground and sudden steam vents are natural signs of volcanic activity, not evidence of underground civilizations. The mysterious lights often reported on the mountain may not be more than atmospheric phenomena, mirages caused by temperature inversions, or even reflections of car headlights on distant ridges. As for the disorienting experiences of hikers, fatigue, dehydration, and the effects of altitude can all alter perception of both space and time. What some describe as a time warp may in fact be the human brain struggling under stress. Similarly, ghostly voices carried by the wind may be explained by acoustic illusions, where sound bends and echoes in unusual ways through Shasta's valleys and forests. But even with these rational explanations, one thing is clear: the mystery refuses to die. Science may explain the mechanics, but it cannot erase the experience. Those who have stood on Shasta's slopes, who have seen glowing lights dance above the treetops, or felt the chilling sensation of being watched by something unseen, insist there is more here than geology or psychology can explain. Perhaps the truth of Mount Shasta lies in the tension between two worlds, the scientific and the mystical. It is a place where facts and folklore collide, where belief and skepticism walk side by side. For some, it will always remain a volcano, majestic and natural. For others, it will forever be a portal to higher realms, a sanctuary of hidden civilizations, or a beacon to the unknown. And maybe that is Mount Shasta's greatest power. It is not just a mountain, but a mirror, reflecting our deepest fears, highest hopes, and eternal fascination with the mysteries we cannot explain. Science may seek answers. Mystery keeps the questions alive. And somewhere in the shadows of Mount Shasta, both continue to coexist. Mount Shasta is more than just a mountain. It is a crossroads of myth and reality, science and superstition, natural wonder and supernatural possibility. Whether it hides an ancient civilization, serves as a UFO base, or simply fuels the human imagination, one thing is certain: Shasta's mysteries endure. And as long as the mountain stands, it will continue to whisper secrets to those brave enough to climb its slopes. Mount Shasta, the most mysterious mountain in America.